Denso aftermarket parts are not being made to the same quality standards as the Toyota OEM Denso parts. I purchased this condenser from Amazon, and the supplier is Denso, and it is inferior in a couple of ways. For starters, it's a parallelogram. It's not a rectangle, and it's off by 5/8 of an inch from top to bottom, and the mounts won't line up, and you can't move these because those are holes going all the way through there. The line coming in hits the body of the car, scrapes against it there, and so it just really made this unusable. It didn't appear to be the result of the package being damaged, although they did a poor job packaging it. The box was, it would take a lot of force to move this thing. I pushed down on it, and there's just no budging it in. I mean, it would take a lot of force to make this thing move. And there was no indication of any kind of impact on the box, especially something offset, where it's going to go one side and not the other. The packing material, this one they did correctly. There's foam on both sides. There wasn't anything on the ends, but like the other three, there's foam on one side, so this is where it was folded over, and there's just a little bit right there, and there's a little bit right there, and there's a little bit right there. So they didn't do a good job of packaging it. The other difference is that it's not designed the same. The original condenser used this aluminum cap and this filter, which is like the shape of an oil filter. It provides a lot of surface area. The replacement, the threads are smaller, so the aluminum cap can't be used. I purchased Denso dryer kit, and it comes with a new cap, but can't use it, nothing in there. So they're replacing the aluminum with plastic, which aluminum's better than plastic, especially something that I'm rebuilding my car, and I'm hoping this thing's going to last another 20 or more years, and I'm not driving as much as I did before, so a lot of it's just aging, and plastic doesn't age well, especially when it's heat and exposed to UV and that sort of thing. Even if it's under the hood, it's getting UV, and things deteriorate. So yeah, that is designed differently. The legs, the old one, they used the metal stud for structure, and then the rubber for the insulator. The new ones, they made it cheaper. It's just all rubber, and it's pinched down in there, and that's the structure of it. Is the rubber, and this metal, even though it's rusted, it's just not going to end up breaking. The rubber could end up breaking off. Not something that I trust. The other thing is I purchased a Denso radiator, and I have an automatic transmission, so it has the transmission cooler. This is one of the fittings from it, and it's kinked a lot. The original one is perfectly rounded and looks great. This is not Toyota quality standards. Toyota would not accept this, and neither should you. But Denso is now accepting this. They put their stuff out. They're having it made in China. China can make good parts if you pay them for it, and you have quality assurance checks to make sure that they're getting what you're paying for. And Denso's not doing that. So they're giving you things that are like kinked, and they're giving you parallelograms instead of rectangles. They're giving you cheaper designs. And this is just the stuff that's visible. So what else did they cut corners on that, like inside the radiator? What did they do that's not going to make it last as long as the original did? Because they're not making them to the standards that they do for Toyota. Their aftermarket's a different thing, and I'm just really disappointed, because I've always purchased Denso parts for things like O2 sensors and fuel pumps, just knowing I could trust them, and it was the same exact part as I'm replacing, and it's not. Their aftermarket parts are not the same as the OEM parts. They're not worth the money that they're charging for it. I can get a condenser for half the price of this. It's made in China. This one's made in China. There's no difference then at that point in time, because the quality of standards of quality is just not there. If they had it made in China and it was the same quality as the other one, maybe, but they're charging twice as much for a product that's not as good as the OEM, and it's probably not better than anything else made in China. This is my $64 Amazon condenser. I believe the manufacturer is Skitu. It looks a lot nicer than the Denso. The plug is the same exact design and style. They included a plastic cap with the, I think of like an oil style filter on the side, but the aluminum cap fits in there perfectly, so I can use that. The other very noticeable difference is just the packaging on this thing. So what they did was they shrunk wrap it to this, leaving some space on each side, so that if anything hits the sides of this thing, it's not actually even going to go against the packing material. It's going to be going against this cardboard. So this is double corrugated cardboard, and then they put bubble wrap around the outside. The box is also double corrugated cardboard, and it came in another box just a little bit bigger than this that was double corrugated cardboard. So the box itself, you had like 4 layers of cardboard, which, I mean, that is really hard, and so is that. They did a much better job of packaging this to make sure that it didn't get to you undamaged. The Denso box was a single corrugation, and they had a couple pieces of foam around the outside.